primarily, parts of Lauderhill, North Lauderdale, and Sunrise. I'm just about term limited. This was my 7th legislative session. I want to congratulate Ken, Donna, Kristen, and in particular Representative Moritas for passing a very important bill. This was Representative Moritas' first session, and this is not an easy issue to master, but he hit the ground running and did a really good job for all of us. So we're limited to 6 bill slots, as you know, in the House for House members. And now is the time where we start looking at our bills for the upcoming session. And session's a little bit early this year. Every 10 years when we do redistricting, session is a couple months early. So this year, our committee meetings start early, and session's actually in January and February. So if you have ideas for bills, let us know, let Donna know, let Kristen know, because we're already filling up our slots. It's very nice to be here with you, and I look forward to our exchange.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Franklin Sands. I have the honor of representing District 98, which includes parts of Weston, Sunrise, and Plantation. And Ari and I are classmates, and so that means we're both going to be termed out at the end of 12. The legislature is it's a very unique place. And there are 2 types of folks that come up to Tallahassee, those who want to do good and those who want to do well. Think about it. They both succeed. My introduction into the condo world came when I was first elected, and I had the honor of having a meeting with Donna, and we met at Lago Mar. She was with another law firm, and there was some legislation. She wanted to educate me, and that began my education into the world of condos, because Sunrise Lakes had over 12,000 condos. There are condos in Weston that I represent, and also in Plantation. And the message is very, very simple. And if the legislature would only listen to that message, they would do very well. 3 words sum up the message. Leave us alone. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Sands. Good afternoon, everyone. I am State Representative Gwendolyn Clark Reed. I represent House District 92, formerly represented by Jack Seiler, and I represent 7 cities. That's Deerfield Beach, Pompano Beach, Oakland Park, Wilton Manors, a little bit of North Lauderdale, a little bit of Tamarack, and a little bit of Victoria Park area in Fort Lauderdale. So my district is very diverse. Oh, I should just say the area is very diverse, because now none of us have districts. We don't know what the lines are. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you when those redistricting hearings come to Broward County. It is important that organizations like yourselves be heard and be listened to as to what your issues are and how you want your representatives to be identified. So I would say to you at this time, I have open ears. I have known that George did pass very good legislation this year. It's not oftentimes that we were on the same side of the fence with George and Matt, but this issue I think we were. I just want to say thank you for having this event and also enlightening me more about condominiums. I do have St. John Knox Village and other places in my area, Century Villages, and some of those really large condominiums. But my concern is what's happening to you with your associations and the foreclosure issue. I know it impacts condominiums a lot. And I want to hear just what you have in mind. Is there more legislation that we need to be putting forth to make sure that your properties are whole? So I just need to hear from you. And my office is in Pompano Beach City Hall on the 2nd floor, Suite 275. And I just want to let you know that the property appraiser, someone from their office, is in my office every Wednesday from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. So those of you who are in the area and you have issues with the property appraiser's office, please feel free to come by. Thank you.
My name is George Moritas, and first of all, I'm going to say it was an amazing privilege to work on this legislation this year, and I really want to take my hats off to Donna Berger, and Kristen, and then P.Y. Racy. And again, I can tell you that CAN is an amazing force up in Tallahassee. Not only do they have the ability to communicate to a large group of people and bring those concerns to the legislature, but they're also very good technically in bringing the legal resources, to actually make good laws. And I can tell you that they deserve a lot of credit for why the bill passed successfully, really without a lot of significant opposition. And I was very proud to support the bill. I was proud to be associated with Donna in this firm. And again, I really appreciate that. It was a great session. I want to say that we're able to work on a bipartisan basis on this issue. It doesn't happen all the time, but to the members on the left and to Matt, like I said, I appreciate their help as well, because it did pass with almost unanimous support for the legislature. So thank you.
Hi, my name is State Representative Matt Hudson, and I represent the inland portion of Collier County and the inland portion of Broward County, representing the cities of Pembroke Pines, Miramar, Davie, Ave Maria, Immokalee, Golden Gate, and North Naples. Don't have a tremendous amount of condominiums in my district, but I have an awful lot of homeowners associations in my district. And last year I was fortunate to be able to work with then Representative Bogdanoff on last year's condo bill that passed. Obviously, more work needed to be done, and thank you for picking up that torch, because I was kind of headlong into healthcare this year. So my day job is that I'm a real estate broker. So I will continue to have a very vested interest in this long after I'm out of the legislature, because it's important stuff for the people that live in our communities, and it's just absolutely the right thing to be paying attention to. I have an office in the Pembroke Pines City Hall and one in the Naples County Government Building, and feel free to call upon me anytime, and it's very nice to be here with you today and to hear what your concerns are as we look forward to this next session.
Is there Paul Preston here? Can you please come outside for a minute? I promise you're not going to the principal's office. Well, as you can see, we have a very knowledgeable group of leaders up here ready to take your questions. Okay, you have some questions? All right. What you're going to do is you're going to see interns along the wall in blue shirts. If you haven't already submitted a question sheet, please tag them down. They will. But before we get started, I would like to recognize Representative George Maridas for a second. As Representative Porth said, this was your first session. You took on the considerable challenge of running a community association bill. It's a good thing. Ignorance is bliss. You went for it. We had countless meetings, numerous phone calls, a few surprise late filed amendments, and you still managed to pass House Bill 1195, which has a lot of very important and beneficial provisions for community associations. So, Representative Maridas, you may be a freshman, but you handle community association legislation like a veteran. So on behalf of millions of Floridians living in common interest ownership communities, I want to present you with the CAN 2011, now I put fingerprints on it, Community Association Legislator of the Year. If nothing else, for putting up with me for 60 days.
No.
As my husband is here.
Gave you a break, right?
Because right before the meeting, and I heard Lee say, we need to get Donna to do this or this. I said, listen, have you ever tried to get Donna to do anything? No, we worked very well together. It was a great partnership. Again, she really had a tremendous impact on the bill. Your association did. But many things that we got into the bill that initially did not look like they were getting into the bill, but we felt they were very important. And even at the end, when we were being advised not to push some of the things, we were able to get them through. And so we took a lot of her advice, and we worked really well together. And again, it's my honor to receive the award. Again, on behalf of the organization, thank you.
My two partners to help me get some questions and direct, because I've been talking for a while.
Donna doesn't mind talking for a while. Wonderful.